like it. We love it, love it, love it. Oh no. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Boys Gone Wild. A kettle's gone missing.
A kettle is missing from our house.
Yes, so our kettle broke, which is never a good time for any kind of house share.
Because you got really worried about the lime scale.
I did.
Embarrassingly worried about the lime scale.
It was pretty
You couldn't stop talking about the lime scale for a month. So just to appease him, our friend was moving out and said, "We've got a kettle."
Yeah.
Little did we know that she was shafting us.
Yeah.
That kettle lasted for a month before it broke.
Terrible.
This kettle's out of order.
No wonder she was getting rid of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, at one end you've got lime scale, the other end you've got doesn't work. I prefer lime scale.
Yes, that is true. It was very line scale.
It was very lime scaling.
And then I ordered a new kettle, and this has happened a couple of times, but it's never been. We've always managed to save it in the end.
Yeah.
Which is, they say delivered.
Yeah.
And instead of delivered, no one's in, so they chuck it in the bin.
In the bin, yeah.
They put it in the bin.
Yeah. It seems counterintuitive.
Which is fucking hilarious.
Arguably, things should go in the bin once they've come to the end of their life rather than the very start. But if I'd have known, because what makes it even sadder is I was in the living room and I watched the bin men empty the bin. Had I have known that we were having this issue, I would have been able to say, "Stop! Our kettle's in there. It's not just our rubbish." But it's a new.
So funny about being a delivery man, taking a kettle, knock on the door, not in, bang, delivered.
Well, you sure? Yeah, I guess it was definitely in the bin because it isn't behind it, right?
No, it's not behind.
Then it was in the bin,
or it was stolen. It was one or the other. But I've had things put in the bin before.
Yeah, me too.
Someone's taken a photo of it.
It's pathetic.
Which is like, I swear that thing should have come. I'm asking everyone, has this come? And then I check, and there's a photo, and it's in the bin.
Yeah, no, it's in the bin. I just left it in the bin out there,
I left it underneath all those banana peels.
And like the rubbish you throw on it, it's in the bin. You know, the thing that gets taken away once a week to a wasteland that you'll never be able to recover. It's in there. It's in that bit. I don't know, it's a normal thing now, isn't it?
What, just chucking things in bins?
It's not just us. I think many of our listeners will be agreeing with this story. I don't know what's going on, but with the kettle. So in the meantime, we've been heating up water on the hob,
which I guess it really does connect you with your mental
love
health.
it.
Really?
I love it.
What
There's
do you mean?
something rustic, and I guess this is my version of connecting with my. It's beans.
Making your own beans.
There's something about heating water over the stove. There's that little, watching it boil is satisfying. The sounds of it boiling is satisfying. And I think it's taken me back to a simpler life.
Yeah.
I don't just press a button and bam, water's boiled.
Yes.
I press 2 and water's boiled. There's that, isn't it?
So do you think that's a part of the kind of indulgences of modern life is a kettle? Do you think that's sort of
Am I saying should we do away with kettles? No.
Yeah. Okay.
Am I saying it might help you in your mental health?
Yeah.
Maybe. I think there's something about, I really feel like, because I've been playing this cowboy game as well.
I see, yeah.
And like in the cowboy game, you can go and eat stew.
Yes.
You can you're part of this campsite and it's just like, it's part of, I guess you do it for health, but it's not really important. But there's something, I like to go and get the stew and eat it. There's something, I feel like I'm eating the stew in the woodland or wherever they are in the Wild West, and it's
got a wholesome quality.
There's a valor to it.
There's a hygge to it. Hygge,
I've never heard of that
the
word.
Norwegian term hygge?
No.
Spelled Hygge. Hygge.
Is it what you've been banging on about?
No.
Hygge. No, I don't.
You know what hygge? You might talk about hygge.
Keep asking me. The answer's going to say the same.
It's like
hygge.
Hygge. It's this Norwegian term which it doesn't have a direct translation, but it sort of means sort of like wholesome comfot. It's like
right.
It's like having a knitted jumper by a big roaring fire.
Campfire guitar.
It's hygge.
Like a padded sleeping bag.
Well, actually, to be honest, it's probably more like a handsome Norwegian man in a white knitted jumper.
Or a hand job under a duvet.
I don't know if that's hygge. I don't know.
Is that not hygge?
I didn't think that's hygge.
If there's a crackling fire in the...
Yeah, it's more like turtleneck wool jumper with a big crackling fire. That's hygge.
Right, okay.
I think hand job I think it's meant to be like wholesome vibes. I just don't know if that's the most wholesome.
Well, the hand job's the most wholesome of the sexual acts.
It's true, but it's all filth in my book.
You shouldn't be doing it.
It's all deviant filth.
Bad. But I've enjoyed it. I made this coffee right here.
Yeah.
By simmering it on the pan. And there's a reflection period. The kettle boils it too quickly. Everything in this life is instant. Want,
Yeah.
have.
Yeah.
Why don't you wait for your water to boil?
Yeah.
And then maybe the shit in your life will be better.
And what kind of thoughts have you been having
Everything. I'll be going on TikTok. Yeah, I'll be going on TikTok and seeing people be proposed to in a self-checkout.
Yeah, I don't know if have you spoken to Matt and Adam? Are they enjoying it, or is it
Adam's enjoying it, but you'd imagine that.
Yeah, you would.
Matt
imagine
Matt wouldn't care.
No,
I don't think he's noticed.
Yeah, I think that there's definitely something to it, but I do practicality wise, I would much read it.
I'm not suggesting we maintain this.
Okay, yeah. And also, I think it takes away from the rusticness. I think it's taken away from being on like
an electric hob.
The shittest electric hob ever made.
It's
half
the
of
worst.
it shattered.
Half of it sets on fire if you turn it on.
Yeah, our kitchen's a hellscape. I think having like a pot, it feels more like boiling a meth spoon than like.
Yeah.
I don't know how much that gives me.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, one of our hobs sets on fire, which Matt didn't realise, or Ali didn't realise. One of our friends who came over didn't realise, which is completely fair because we used to have a little X on it.
Yeah.
Adam put a little X on there saying, with the implication, don't use the hob,
or it will set on fire.
It doesn't say, or it will set on fire.
Yeah,
but it's because there's a crack in it.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how that works, that it just sets on fire if there's a crack in it, but it's not good. It's the cheapest hob possible. # landlord problems. I'm hungover today.
Okay.
On accident.
Sure.
Because
And that's on God?
And that's on God.
Okay, good.
Well, it's coming. It's the closing days of the sabbatical that finishes tomorrow.
Can you put that there? Just because we've had some righteous complaints about
that's far away now, though.
Yeah. Well, maybe move this closer.
Yeah.
I do think, someone did do a comment on like a far back episode saying, right, I'm going to stop listening to the podcast because the clang. It sounds like I'm listening, and you guys are on a submarine.
It's fair,
and it is completely fair.
It's part of
but it seemed
part of
like
the appeal.
they enjoyed the podcast, and this is like.
Clearly, they tried to get through.
They're going insane. And it's true when you listen back. There's just these clang, boing, cling.
It is horrible to listen to. Yeah, it put me off ever listening back to it.
Because I don't have to listen to it that much.
Yeah, boing. It's so fair. Stop listening if it's a problem. But we're gonna put our cups on the new table. The table's not new, but the elephant's gone.
We'll give him one of these.
Yeah, that's a classic. Well, that's your classic. I think mine is the drink put down and like the sip.
Yeah.
Like, no, but so it's coming to the end of my sabbatical. So I thought I was doing nothing yesterday. I thought, no, let's not do nothing. I thought, maybe I'll go to the driving range. Good idea. I thought
on your ones.
On my ones.
Yeah.
Well, no, and I thought, heck that. Let's go and play around. So I went to find a golf course.
Yeah.
It was all good. I bought some beers. I didn't bring many beers, but I hadn't really eaten before. But so when I go and play golf with my boy pals, my boydom, I'll bring a certain amount. Yeah. But then, so I kind of just brought the same amount and then drank that as I was going through the round. But I forgot that I was by myself and that I was playing like 2 times as quick. So by the time I got to the end, I couldn't see.
Wait.
On the 18th hole, I was like, I am stumbling.
So you're on your own?
I'm on my own. I'm on my own. I am drunk as a fuckhead in the middle of Epping. Honestly, in the middle of fucking nowhere, like next to this golf course next to a motorway. 18th hole, I couldn't fucking see.
So you had a free day and you were thinking, what's the best way to set? I mean, I guess that makes sense.
Go play golf, yeah.
And get absolutely fucked on
your own. What the fuck was an accident?
Did you have headphones in? Were you listening?
Yeah, I paused it for a shot, but I did have my AirPods in.
Yeah. How long a session is that?
Well, how long did it take me to play golf?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you.
You're too pissed.
I had no idea when I finished.
That is insane. And how long did it take you to get there? So that's a whole day out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not really. It took me 40 minutes to get there.
Okay.
Which is nice.
Yeah, it's not bad.
No, and I was playing really well. Then it was
you
all
got progressively drunker.
Once because you're kind of in the flow, and then you're just like you've got a beer on the go, and then for the last 4 holes I started playing awfully, and I was like, why? And then I just stopped and I looked around. And I was like, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
I can't see.
Yeah.
But it was the end of the sabbatical, so I thought, why not?
Yeah.
But it's the most surprised I've been.
Have you played a round of golf on your own? Like a
before. It's great. Yeah. Very nice. That's what.
That's here. That is here.
Who had to play it again? You came back and got dominoes, ruined it. But that's part of the fun. Yeah.
And because you could just you can never truly know, you could never truly remember the effects of a domino. It just go when you want one.
Who gives a fuck? To be honest, for some reason I was fine last night.
Yeah.
I've actually had one not that long ago. The cheesy pie is coming back into my life.
Is it the pizza pie?
Not in a way that it was previously, but
didn't have the stranglehold it used to have on you.
No, well, they've dropped their prices a bit now.
Interesting, because they know that you...
They know I've gone.
They need to bring you back.
Yeah.
Demand has gone
the
down.
Roman Road store has really been hit by my lack of patronage. But yeah, no, it's come back. On like a hangover day, it's actually, for some reason, it's not... maybe they've changed something, but the pie isn't swirling in the stomach like it used to.
Well, I've been away this weekend, so with the sabbatical, what are you having reflection on the sabbatical? How's your feelings?
Well, I've got 2 more. So there isn't actually. This one I was always just going to take it chill.
This is the thinking man sabbatical.
This is the relaxing man. This is like the kind of retired dad.
This is the snood.
If I was like an accountant and then I got hit by a car,
Yeah.
I got hit by a police car, and then the government had to pay me out so I could retire early. That's what it was.
That type of a sabbatical.
Hawaiian shirt, lie low, with a cup holder with a mimosa in it. That's kind of the sabbatical, and I have achieved it.
Yeah,
I have achieved it. Maybe I could have even relaxed more.
Would you ideally have another sabbatical, or doing this? Would you want this to be extended, or are you ready to?
I think I'm ready to stop being a waste man a bit.
Yeah. So, where are you in that process? Could you do another week of it?
I could. To be honest, it's hard. You get into routines, don't you, in life? I could probably go on forever. Getting pissed at a golf course is kind of by itself. It's pretty fucking fun. I had a great day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's probably time.
Yeah.
No, I am ready to do some shit.
Yeah.
Do anything. I mean, yeah, I wanted this to be a break because, life's intense or whatever. Life's hard and mean. I want to be drunk at a golf course. But yeah, so no, I am ready. Although there's obviously a bit of a dread. I'm not that excited to head back to work tomorrow.
No.
I've got like a meeting.
Is it tomorrow?
I've got a meeting at 9 a.m.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because I mean, Sunday blues is hard enough, but when it's like
it's like a month back. I'm kind of ready for a routine, and so because I've stopped doing everything. Like there's one thing when you're kind of, I don't know, because when you take a break from your normal routine, your normal 9 to 5 routine, it's like, well, I'm just not going to do anything for some reason. It's like I've got out of that mindset of like, well, if I'm not doing one thing, I'm going to do nothing.
Well, you were disciplined like a monk, and then you went on a sort of Rumspringer.
Yeah, I went on Rumspringer, and now I'm like, fuck, it's going to be a shot to the system coming back. Oh, and we've got such a heavy weekend ahead of us as well.
Yeah.
So that's going to be that's the bleak Monday when it's like, right, back in the routine.
Yes.
This is all right, I've got nothing to do.
7
out of 10.
I went to the 7 out of 10.
For a summary for
Yes, I went to the Emerald Isle on tour. Thank you very much for everyone who came out. I went to Belfast, Dublin, and Cork. Had to stay in some, it was a pretty small tour. So I had to stay in some pretty horrendous hostels. And I mean, I actually travelled Ireland with Mark Holmes, and we stayed in hostels, but as friends backpacking, and then we'd go on drinking tours with people in the hostel. Yeah. But I do think. Yeah, hostel on a work trip is kind of it's sort of a new low.
Yeah, it is.
Because
you want for a work trip, you want a trouser press.
Well, it's the business class. It's just like the reason that exists is because you're working. It's not. You need.
You're not really there. You're not there for fun
or experience.
So then there's no part that's pleasurable, really.
No, not at all. So the Dublin one, I stayed in a 6-man hostel. In Belfast, I stayed in 6 in my room. There was
right.
6
Okay. I was going to say it's not the best. That just sounds like someone's house.
In Belfast, we had a B&B, which is a terrifying house. At the end of Shankill Road, which is where all the shit happened. Right?
Cool. Yeah.
I didn't know at the time. I didn't know it was that close to Shankill Road, but it was. Yeah. You literally turn into a very dodgy part of Belfast.
Good. Yeah.
And then it's a B&B, and you just don't meet anyone. And you just sort of, there's a key lock box. Oh, yeah, one of those. And you just sort of, you can hear people clattering about, but we're all, it felt a bit like a halfway house. Yeah. But then in Dublin, which was the real tough night, which was 6 men sleeping. I came back after my gig at like midnight. And all the other 5 people are asleep, snoring. Tough, yeah. So then I'm getting changed with my phone torn.
Oh, God. It's like camping.
Yeah, it's crazy. I was like, this is crazy. And also, it's lucky I arrived before I went out to my gig, and lucky I checked out the room first. Because the bed's not made. You have to make your own bed.
What?
Yeah. And actually, someone did come. I made it before I came back in.
Okay. Yeah. But what is in like, there were just sheets folded there?
Yeah. So you just do it yourself. Right. I mean, a guy actually did come in after me, and he clearly hadn't made his bed before, so it was like 1 a.m, and he had the phone torch baking the bed.
Probably drunk as well.
But it was quite a surreal night because obviously everyone's snoring. It's just weird being in a room with lots of people. I'm not terrible at dealing with that sort of stuff, but I did have one really weird moment, which I'm still trying to piece together in my head. About 5, 6 in the morning, you wake up and you have those bizarre dreams where you're sort of going in and out, and it's kind of mixed with like an anxiety
morning dream.
Yeah, and it's kind of surreal and stuff.
Yeah,
and I guess because
slightly lucid at times.
Yeah, and I wasn't sleeping well anyway because there was 5 other people in the room,
snoring, naked men,
and everyone's kind of getting up and sleep, and it's just you're already in a very unsettled.
That early.
We're getting up to go to the loo, and then so it's just everything's a bit unsettled. And then for some reason, and I don't know, maybe I'm misremembering it. I maybe was convinced it was convinced that you were in the bed above or Paddy was in the bed above.
You are misremembering that. I don't think that's the
no. Or someone was in the bunk bed above me, like a friend that I was on this trip with.
Yeah.
And then I felt so compelled to get my charger, which was plugged in here, and I was like, he needs my charger. And then I hold it, so it's a bunk bed. I'm on the bottom bunk.
Yeah.
I hold it up there, and I just start shaking it like this. This is like 5 in the morning.
Imagine the other guy.
The guy takes it, and as soon as it leaves my hand, I'm like, I snap out of it, and I'm like, what the fuck did I just do? And it all comes flooding back to me. And I was like, who the fuck was that? Why did I give them my charger?
Well, to know if this was happened or not, did you have your charger?
No, I didn't have my charger. And then an hour and a half, I went back to sleep.
Yeah.
An hour and a half later,
as
he's going down to the loo, he comes back with my charger and goes, thank you, and gives it to me. What happened? What happened?
So it definitely happened.
It definitely happened. That happened. Fine. I just don't know if maybe he'd asked
said,
for my charger.
When you're asleep.
But also it's weird that like I thought he was asleep, so it feels weird that he can see my hand shaking his charger.
I mean,
how weird would that be? You're lying in bed and then his hand comes up.
Surely he would
shaking.
And then and his reaction to go, yeah, I'll take that.
Well, I guess maybe you would. If a stranger's like shaking it at you,
I'd be like, yeah, I guess you take it just
to like appease them. Yeah.
But then when he came back, you'd think he would have said like, "How did you know I needed a charger?" Or "I didn't need that. What happened?" Or he just thought you were
it wasn't a chatty mood. To be honest, neither of us. We were both all exhausted. No one wants to speak to each other. So
I know, but if I'm giving a guy a charger back that I didn't ask for, I think I'd say something.
What? It's 7 in the morning. You've gone down and you're like to a stranger
who if I didn't ask for a charger, I'm terrified of.
You're gonna be like, what was all that all about?
Dangly freak of the night.
I would be like him. I'd go, thank you, so that we can end that interaction as quickly as possible.
Because you need to give him the charger back, but you don't really want to discuss what happened in the dead of night.
And I said it's all right, but there's a chance that maybe he said
maybe.
I felt there was such an urge, but I was like, and maybe it was misdirected anxiety where I was being anxious about other things, and then I woke up and all that went to my friend needs my charger.
Well, the interesting thing about the story is that he said thank you afterwards, and that he took it. Because the other option, the main option is that it was the misplaced anxiety dream. The other option is he was going,
yeah, potentially, because he took it pretty much immedially.
And because if he didn't want to do it, he might have been like, hi mate, and you might have been half asleep. Yeah, what? I'm really sorry, but can I borrow your charger? What?
Yeah, I think that could have.
Can I? And then you woke up thinking, why do I have this urge to give someone a charger?
It was such a powerful urge.
Yeah. So it probably.
He probably
asked. Who knows?
He probably did.
Well, if you're listening, man.
Yeah.
There's a chance.
And he was the one who snored, and he snored from the moment I was coming in. He was the loudest snorer.
I would feel, because I make weird sleep noises, but it's, that should make me jump. Yeah, but it's worse. I think it was worse when I was smoking and worse when I've drunk, obviously. Yeah. So it's a lot better now that my nasal passages are clear. Yes. I don't go like, but I will scream.
Yes,
it's because I have terrifying dreams every night.
Do you?
Not terrifying, but I have mad dreams every night. Yeah. But there's something's going on. But
it's not much here going in your dreams. It's a horror.
It's none. There's none. I'm not
it's
like
dread.
I hear about people like draping through a meadow or something. It's not. I'm being like I'm on the Clifton suspension bridge. There's always a weird story going on with it. But I mean, people who fucking snore. Is that not? I'd feel really self-conscious about going anywhere.
Well,
because I feel sometimes. Just like I'd feel bad.
Yes, but I think I do believe that most people who snore truly don't understand how bad
the snoring
They just
is.
never do.
Well, my dad does. He big old snorer.
And he knows.
But he knows because, well, how can't you? If you've got a wife that you're sleeping next to every night.
Yeah, I guess so. But I don't know if this man did have a wife.
That's
he
true.
Didn't have a charger.
Yeah, but I know I make weird sounds. He didn't have a charger. I make weird sounds, and I know that because of, girlfriends and friends. And some family too.
So if you needed to, would you not stay in a hostel?
Well, no, because I think it's not bad enough. Because I think every time, because girlfriends have said, is occasional snoring. There's occasional screams every now and again.
Yeah.
And but it's mostly when I'm drunk and was smoking.
Yeah.
So I think it has got better. But I haven't checked in, so I don't know.
Well, you're basically saying if you're snoring so bad that it's clearly going to keep other people awake, then it's probably irresponsible to be in a shared room.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm saying.
I guess so, but I guess if you have six
but
a male 6-person dorm with
you're
strangers,
going to expect a snorer.
There is a sort of
That's
white
why it's
noise.
cheap.
White noise. And to be honest, if it was one snore, I think that would annoy me more because it was such a cacophony of snores.
Yeah, it's almost quite settling.
It was
in a
like
way.
a background noise.
Yeah,
it was like hearing like
gently being rocked to sleep by these horrible, smelly men.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just boiling hot the
It
room.
reminds me of Vietnam hostels.
But once again, that's travelling. That's when you're part of the experience.
No, I know, yeah. That's when it's like, I'll put up with that.
Yeah,
I'm seeing these amazing places. I'm having fun all day pretty much. Like, I can deal with that.
Yeah, I did feel homeless as well. And I had my toothpaste taken away from me at security.
Well, that...
No, because not at the hostel.
I just imagine at the hostel, I was like, where the
And
fuck
then
is that?
I thought I'd get
you got
it
any
and I
toothpaste? No, not in this hostel. Not in this. And then you just walk the snoring men.
I thought you were saying that he was asking, have you got any
Toothpaste. Here's a charger. Thank you. Went in the fucking bathroom, grated his teeth.
Thank you.
Well, it reminded me of your... I don't remember what happened, but it reminded me... That's when I'm hungover.
Yeah.
I cannot get off my fucking phone. It's the only time I ever go on a TikTok hole is when I'm hungover.
Yeah,
it's
the serotonin.
Yeah, but it makes me feel miserable.
Yeah,
it's like
awful.
my
whammy.
attention span is good with TV shows and reading and stuff. When I'm hungover,
It's gone.
I'm watching my favorite TV show. Doesn't matter. I get the urge to just fucking flick, and I could be on there for like hours.
Yeah.
and I'm never on there for hours other than when I'm.
But
hungover.
it feels like you're sort of chasing to see how sad can I get.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
Like,
And then you're like,
you're pulling
but
up
the
a
wor-
rope. How
yeah.
sad does it get?
And then it's never revealed. Well, it's kind of it's revealed when you eventually pull yourself away, and you're like,
you're
that's pretty sad. Pretty good job there, Drew. Well, no, also with
Do you have you don't have any screen time thing on, do you?
No.
And what's your thoughts on screen time?
Weirdly, what are my thoughts?
I've never ever even been interested in doing that.
My old phone just gave me my weekly report, and I thought, I'm not going to stop it because then I'd be using screen time.
What?
If I went into the setting, what? It's a joke. What the fuck? No, I used to get. It was like unwanted mail.
Did you get you emailed your screen reports?
It wasn't an email. But oddly enough, our old school.
A letter would break it down your screen report.
Well, I think some will, but
Yeah.
I think mine's not turned on this phone.
No. Well, that's probably because it's on my settings. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, because our old school
Yeah.
posted something on Facebook for the headmaster. He does a weekly thought, by the way, which
Is
you
it
should.
still Manly?
One of them. No, it's a different guy.
Really?
Yeah, he moved. Yeah, or retired. This one I was busy, so I didn't have time to listen to all of it. I literally just scrolled past it, and he was carrying this massive polystyrene thing. I had no idea what it was for, so I need to check that out.
You got it.
But the other one, he was talking about screen time because they just come back from, I don't know, Easter or something, and he was talking about screen time, and I went to look at it in the dead of night. It just got me, and yours is turned off, so I don't know. But my thoughts on screen time. It's probably worthwhile.
It's probably right. I don't know why I judge people when they say they've got...
if you talk about it. Then...
No, but it's more like, I don't know what it is, because it is the right thing to do. And I'm on my phone too much anyway, but not even bragging, it's more like the people who have the black and white screen, the people who
and try and limit it as much.
Well, who have a set timer where they can only use...
Lame.
And it's I don't know why I think it's lame, because it is the right thing to do, but why?
Because deal with it. Don't be such pussy. If you're that addicted to it that you can't just not look at it.
I guess so.
You need things shouting at you and locks. Whatever, it is
and
an
I probably
addiction.
use my phone more than the people who have to use those things, but I guess it always just makes
But
me
they've
laugh.
got a lower threshold of being sad than you do. But yeah,
Exactly.
no, I agree. I agree it's lame. But that's what happens when I'm hungover. It's the only time when I go and I'm on TikTok and I'm like, stop now. Go back to your TV show. You've had enough. And you can't. You keep going.
Yeah.
I'd never had that other when I'm hungover. And that is the bleakest thing. And then it's literally like you blink and it's half an hour later. And you can't stop scrolling. That's the only time I felt genuinely addicted is when I'm hungover. I can't. I think
it really is something to do with like it is about the huge dip in serotonin you have being hungover, and it's just trying to get that.
Yeah. But it's like, maybe this video will work.
Maybe
the next one will work. And it's not, because it's people proposing in Tesco self-checkouts.
Yeah, mine's got absolute brain rot as well. And
yeah.
it's just idiots talking about football or being on live streams.
It's mine. I don't even know what mine is nowadays.
Yeah,
it's just sad and bleak. It's sad and bleak.
What,
but
like what was bleak?
I don't know. It's just like I'm finding humankind, like even the sweet things.
Are you going off humankind?
I'm going off humankind. Genuinely going off humankind. Like I've got a lot of doorbell videos.
Well, like ring cam.
Yeah, like ring cam. I don't know why they keep going.
I get quite a lot of police body cam footage of catching someone who's killed their mum.
Oh, that's good.
Or like
that's a good one.
Or chopped up their children.
They make me
or like,
feel bleak as fuck.
Oh, do they?
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an issue. But
welcome to the podcast. Hot takes galore. But for the person, I feel sympathy for the murderer.
Yeah,
I think the videos do the opposite.
Well,
a bit like
we're
online.
empaths.
A bit like we're empaths. A bit like online paedophile hunters. It makes me feel empathetic for the paedophile, and I shouldn't.
It's the sort of, and I wonder. Do you think there's like a British embarrassmentness to it?
No,
you don't think so? Because there's like a cringy of like,
this is so. I was gonna fuck him.
This is so no, but I mean, it's more like feeling bad for that person.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of like it feels like quite British anxiety.
Maybe
of like.
Oh God!
Embarrassing
About the socially awkward situation
of being caught, being a caught paedophile.
Oh God, that's gonna be awful.
I don't know why I don't think Italians would view it like that.
No,
do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think they're thinking like,
but they're all nonsense, aren't they?
Yeah, they're like, what is the problem? She was adopted.
It's fine. Fucking Borat. I agree. I wonder, actually, if there's much of an online paedophile hunting culture outside of the UK and the US.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Because it kind of started with Chris Hansen, didn't it? With To Catch a Predator. That seems to be the goat of paedophile hunting. We can't do more paedophile.
Because I have a lot to say.
Yeah. My gripe this week.
Go on.
Are the lyrics to The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Go for it.
Now, this is my least favourite lyric in the world. In the history of lyrics.
Yeah.
And it's always annoyed me. So the whole thing by itself is bad, right? But this particular lyric, okay? Now tell me what it's saying other than nothing, and it's just the first idea. It's like he just needs to rhyme words together. The words together.
He's a wordsmith.
He is.
That's his job.
I whistled for a cab, and when it came near, the license plate said fresh, and it had dice in the mirror. If anything, I could have said that this.
Nice.
If anything, that bit.
Yeah, it's nice.
Is this? If anything, I could have said that this cab was rare, but I thought, nah, forget it. Yo homes to Bel Air. Now, if anything, I could have said that this cab was rare, but I thought, nah, forget it. What does it mean? It means nothing. Yeah. It's just the attempt to rhyme anything.
Yeah.
Imagine the story there. Like, wow, look, that's a rare cab. Maybe I could call it rare. Forget it. To Bel Air. He's pondering whether to call a cab rare or not, and he thinks, nah, forget it. What are you talking about? What are you fucking talking about? It means nothing.
Yeah.
And then just adding to Bel Air, and there's more.
Rare Bel Air, I guess.
Well, they rhyme.
Yeah.
No one's questioning whether they rhyme. The words rhyme, they mean nothing.
Yeah.
Wait,
motion carried.
Fresh Prince, let's just check, because I keep hearing it. So that's been submitted.
And
that
why
gripe's
is it?
been
Yeah,
submitted.
that's been
Good.
submitted.
I'm glad, because I don't think my last one made it through. I don't know why. Oh no, it was bathroom smell, so it was partially.
It was partial.
I think it was submitted.
Yeah.
Okay, so that the start bit is fine. Let's just go and shoot some people outside. That's fine. It's a bit of storytelling going.
Yeah.
I begged and pleaded that bitch. She gave me a kiss. Yeah, that's all fine. First class, yo, this is bad drinking. That's fine. It might just be that lyric, in fairness. Let's just, the plane landed, and when I came out, there was a dude who looked like a cop. Oh, no, it's all fine, okay? But that one doesn't work.
You got it?
Yeah.
Yeah, fine.
It's just that lyric, so it's not all of all of that.
Motion carried. So we touched on this earlier about the screen time, but you're on my phone, which is kind of like I still get emails for things, even though you're now paying, because there's a big period where you were paying for stuff with my account, and now you're not paying for stuff for my account, but now I'm getting emails whenever you pay for things because we got the same. I don't know how it works.
Well, PayPal.
It depends what app it is, but I keep getting loads
weird.
of. We have too much data on each other now. It's just too much.
It's just like, enjoy the takeaway.
But then you said that you played some of my.
I did. Well, firstly, because I'm using Horatio's old phone because mine, I lost mine actually this time. But so when you get photo memories that occur on your home screen, mine are always just Horatio and his sibling and his dad on holidays on different holidays. And there's like pictures of your dad and your girlfriend, and some with just Tatiana. So then it's pretty. There's some with just Tatiana, like a selfie, because I think it's like a shared thing. I've obviously turned that off, but they still exist there.
Yeah.
And then so I'm just terrified.
Wait, so even though you turned it off, it's kind of jammed in the memories bit.
They're just there, and it's like, so every now and again I'll get like a photo. Should we see what it is now? How'd you do it? Wait,
do you scroll along from the home screen?
Yes.
Scroll along the other way?
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, there's...
What's this one?
It's you and your dad on holiday. It's you and your dad on holiday. It's always you and your dad on holiday, or you and your sister on holiday, or your sister and your dad on holiday, or the three of you on holiday. But there's also... that's fun. That just I imagine people seeing it and be like, "Why are you what?"
Yeah.
But the other one of just random selfies of your dad's kind of girlfriend.
Yeah.
And just I imagine Elle has no idea what's going on.
No.
So I've never really explained it. So I'm just imagining one point she'd be like, "Oh, who the fuck is that?"
Yeah. And they're very close in age.
Yeah. But the answer is that's Horatio's dad's girlfriend. Which sounds like the worst fucking lie possible. But because, as is well known, Horatio's a game player.
A phone game.
We're
not really gamers. I'm not a gamer. I just play phone games.
You just play phone games.
Which is I don't know if that's more or less lame.
More.
No, because
more.
What? More, so you think it's more lame being on a train playing a phone game than having the headset in saying, right, battle team squad move out, turning down sex from your girlfriend. Yeah. Because I think probably my biggest
You're loading the question a bit there. Turning down sex of your girlfriend.
Yeah. In between playing my phone game, I'm procuring sex. From
you
my
are.
girlfriend.
You're saying, maybe bounce on the bed. Bounce on the bed. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? I disgust myself.
I think one of my biggest icks for men, probably. Yeah, I think the gamer chair.
This is the gamer chair.
The guy. Well, it's more like, and you'll often have like normal. It'll be normal couples if they're having their private life on TikTok. Even if they seem like attractive, normal, cool.
One of them has a.
One of them, it'll be like the guy will spend his evenings. Headset on while she has to find other shit to do, and I just find that.
No, I agree, and because we have a love-hate relationship with games. Because I went after gamers once and got a bit shouted at.
Yeah, it's true.
And so now I've kind of flipped it.
Yeah.
But I played a bit recently. Hashtag sabbatical life.
Yeah.
But there is so I don't know, because of the quality of these games is getting pretty nuts, and with the story and everything, there is something good to it, but. What I found is on TikTok, if you
got caught, it's just like, I love stories.
Yeah, leave me alone. But it's what I found is that you get these motivational things on TikTok now, where they're like, I used to go out and drink on a Friday night. Now, like, this is and they'll be like them with a gaming setup and how they're a lot healthier for it because they'll socialize without drinking because they do it with their friends online. Right?
That's interesting because I see that I used to drink, but I'm getting most of it. Well, obviously, as you know, I'm getting very deep into Islamic TikTok.
Yeah.
So I'm most of my my motivational stuff is about refinding Allah.
Yeah, a lot of your TikTok is about reclaiming the Holy Land. You're subtly changing to some quite radical opinions.
Yeah, I really am. I mean, there's an incredible podcast with this guy who does a pod with his wife. And this, if I ever did a podcast with BB, this is how I'd want to do it from now on. And so she's not allowed to talk. So
on the podcast,
but then he talks about men and women.
So why is she there?
Well, she can contribute, but she contributes for her a small whiteboard.
You're joking. No. You're joking.
No. It's going like it's fucking amazing. And then so we talk.
So you can only watch the podcast. You can't listen to it.
No, because
he talks about it.
He discusses what she's written.
Oh, he'll just read.
So he'll be talking, and then he'll be discussing men and women. He'll be saying, I think the point that he was saying was about how he thinks that women should be blamed for more stuff, which I think already.
Whilst his wife sits there unable to speak,
I'm like,
holding up a
this is
whiteboard.
awesome.
Yeah, that's
This is, and then she hands him a whiteboard with her answer, and it's her agreeing that women should be blamed for more stuff. And I'm like, that is how you do it.
That's how you do it.
That's how you get the pussy on lock.
Do you think the pussy's under too much?
Yeah,
like that?
should be seen, not heard.
That's fucking nuts. I do really want to see it.
Yeah, it's really good. I'll send it to you.
Send me that,
It's
yeah.
really fucking good.
But that's like a consistent thing.
Well, it's. I think this is it's clearly an extreme end of it because people are sharing it.
Yeah, but
It's
I mean that
going viral.
podcast. Is that
This
their
is the first
shtick?
I've seen. I mean,
Have you seen him before?
this happened once,
Right.
I think, and now it's already gone viral. So
He
it's
might-
clearly like a
Yeah.
like,
He might have. It
it was her
an
choice.
individual one.
It was her choice.
Yeah. What, to not speak?
Yeah, and that's what
Did
all,
he
all the
say-
people defending it are like. She has a right to. And
Of course she has a right to, but is it a healthy expression of a relationship or a society? I don't think so.
only Allah can judge.
Yeah, well, as I say, you're getting slightly more to the radical Islamist side of viewing things accidentally. But so
I'm slowly converted to radical Islam.
so radical Islam. Yeah, I know.
But then you've got maybe you should be gaming and stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas
So
to
I
me
guess
that's haram. So that's haram, brother.
yeah, fair play. God, we're gonna turn out a couple of fucking losers soon, aren't we? Just be gaming and you're. I don't know what you're doing.
I've got a beard.
You got on many people know Horatio likes his mobile games. So there was L's flat. The Wi-Fi is non-existent, it's zero.
Why have you got no Wi-Fi?
Why have you got no Wi-Fi? And data ain't really present as well. We're talking no G.
Yeah, but this has been I don't know how she's managed to.
I did
Because this is.
You can't. No, she's tried.
This
to
seemed
get
like a
Wi-Fi.
temporary-
She can't get Wi-Fi. In fairness, I tried to get it. You can't get it there. It's like a black spot. A blank.
That seems like quite like a.
A disaster. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
every time we're trying to watch
isn't
it, buffers.
everything Wi-Fi pretty much?
Isn't every? That's an
No,
interesting
sorry, that's
question.
weird.
I don't know
Sorry,
what to. It's a
but,
tough
like,
one to answer.
That's TV. That's everything.
It's a nightmare. Sometimes it's in a bad period and we can't get through 10 minutes of TV without it buffering.
And what? So then you go like Red Dead Redemption. You're like reading a book, making stew.
Yeah. Whittling.
Wi-Fi's down for 10 minutes. And you're weird.
Yeah. Well, no, it doesn't. Oh, you just put up with it, don't you? You just manfully put up with the buffering. But there's
But
different.
she's a woman.
So she
So how
womanly
would
puts
she?
up
Yeah,
with the buffering.
okay, fine. I was just checking.
Yeah, this is fine. It's not the same, but it's the same.
You're not letting her speak, right?
Obviously, she's got tape over her mouth.
Because I got some spare whiteboards if you want.
I am actually in need of a couple. She's wearing it down because she's talking far too
Yeah,
much.
she is. It's like, don't make me take the pen away.
She now has to carve it into wood. No teacher. So in this space of no internet, she was doing something and we were waiting to start a film. And she was taking a while doing whatever she was, and I had not enough data to surf the net. So I thought, fuck it, I'm going to play some of Horatio's games.
Well, this is not normally I'd play them on the tube with no internet. So this is
a similar situation. You're fucking mental.
What do you mean?
These games.
What do you
I
mean?
wanted to kill myself after 2 seconds. I went through. I'm going to read out some ones because you'll probably get a blast from the past. So
because I've tried out a lot of games. These aren't necessarily games that I've stuck with.
yeah, that's fair.
I'll tell you the ones that I do play.
Rat on a skateboard and rat on a jet ski.
Okay, rat on a skateboard. I just want to defend. Okay, yeah, sorry. Rat on a jet ski, not as good. Rat on a skateboard.
That's the classic, isn't it?
Rat on a snowboard, amazing. Rat on a scooter was my gateway. So I couldn't go back to Rat on a Scooter. Rat on a Scooter was the first rat game I played, and I thought this is
What was
great.
the first one? Rat on
a Scooter, and I played that when I was like 14. I was like, this is awesome. Now, because I've played Rat on a Snowboard and Rat on a Skateboard, I couldn't go back. Rat on a Jet Ski, I don't get it. It's not good.
I hate the rat.
What do you mean?
I hate his face.
What do you mean?
Like when it comes up at the start, it's not a rat. It's like a mole thing.
Yeah.
It's like a.
Wait,
it's
so
got like
is that
no,
your main problem with the game?
That's just one. It's one of the problems with the game. You're affronted with his face as soon as it comes up, and I was like, I didn't realize you look like that. I used to play the rat games when I was younger.
Okay.
So I just at the start, you see him front on, and you're like, you're gross.
It's an ugly rat.
You're a horrible looking creature.
Yeah.
I don't want to help you get coins.
Yeah, I guess so.
No. So those are kind of some of the better ones, but like.
So did you enjoy?
I didn't know. I enjoyed none of these things.
Which rat game did you enjoy the most?
I think, in a perverse way, Scooter, because I think it was harder, and it presented some sort of challenge because it was like these are just kind of fucking stupid. They're basically easy, and it's just all about tapping as much. A lot of it is tapping as much as you can on the screen in quick succession. There isn't much. There isn't much strategy behind
what
it.
What you're probably playing is high score, which I never play.
Well,
I
play
a
lot
challenges.
Of them, a lot of them
I try and get 3 stars on them. That is tricky.
Yeah, fine. No, I tried to find what you were doing so I could see if I could beat your high score, but I couldn't really. You played a lot of them.
Yeah.
Then I did footy golf for a bit.
Which let me see that one.
It's another pixelated one like that.
Oh, that's terrible.
That's awful.
That
yeah, that sucks ass. Right.
I thought that was going to be good.
Sunday Lawn.
Okay, I have played that a lot. Okay, all right. I have enjoyed that, but if you don't enjoy that's
Sunday
completely
Lawn.
fair. Sunday Lawn is...
Explain Sunday Lawn to the people.
So the reason I went through a spate, I was thinking, they're all made by Donut Games. Donut Games, okay?
God,
so
is that all the one with the coffee?
All the rat games, all of these. And to be honest, I was like, all right, I love this game developer. I love this company. They create offline games I can play. They seem to have got the right level of arcade.
Because it's kind of arcade.
Yeah, and it's got the right level I want. So
Pixelated.
I basically just searched in Donut Games and I bought loads of their games. No, I didn't buy a lot of them.
You got your own folder nearly on your phone. Donut Games. Fucking loser.
And then a lot of them are shit. And then Sunday Lawn, you know what? The rat games I'll defend to the hilt, but if you find Sunday Lawn boring, it's completely fair.
Please explain Sunday Lawn.
What you have to try and do is you have to try and mow a lawn and try and have as few times unbroken. Yeah. So you can't go in on your... So you want to have the longest...
You want to create... It's almost the quickest way to mow the lawn in a way.
Yes.
That's kind of what it is.
Exactly. Yeah. But then you'll have things...
You don't want to go over yourself too much.
Yeah. So it's just... Yeah, exactly. It's sort of like... Yeah.
It's a puzzly one. Now look, I didn't even... Like Sunday Lawn, I saw
Did you get to the point where the dogs are shitting? Have you seen that?
So I didn't get to any point in any of these games.
The antagonist is a
dog.
You'll have dogs running back and forth, and if they run into you, die. But they also...
Was the implication that you killed the dog?
No, you're trying to avoid the dog. You're just trying to...
But that might be because you might mow over the dog, is what I'd think.
No. You go...
and you die.
Yeah,
they missed a trick there. It could be like you've killed the dog. You've lost the job.
Yeah. Oh no, I think you just pause. They don't really think that far. It's not.
It's Donut Games.
But what the dogs do, it's more to stop you just waiting so long because you could probably just take your time. Is if you wait too long, the dogs start shitting on the lawn.
His eyes are lit up talking about these games.
So if you cross a shit, then you lose minus 10 points. So. You're kind of in a race against dog shit.
Against dog shit. Perfect. No, the lawn one I got a bit more, but not really. Again, Micro Battles 3 didn't understand at all. Let me see. I think that's a 2-player game.
Yes, so that was more... What's interesting
it's like
about that?
Scale is that one was really bad actually. I hated that one.
What's interesting about Micro Battles 2, all right, I want to defend Micro Battles 2.
Yeah.
It's maybe the only game I found which you can play 2-player on one phone.
Yeah, that's fine.
So it's more like if me and BB are waiting for like 5 minutes for something, we'd whip one out. But the games are terrible. I mean, they can't be worse. But it is quite fun beating someone and having that within 5 minutes.
It's weird. That one was strange. There was one where I accidentally ended up playing cricket with a stranger online.
Oh yeah, cricket battle. That's great.
I didn't know how to fucking use it.
Was he from Pakistan?
Yeah. he was from Pakistan. Most of them from Pakistan. They're all from Pakistan. Yeah, no, he actually genuinely was. But I had no idea how to.
What's amazing about cricket battle? So it's made by Miniclip. It's the same people who do golf battle, which is far superior. Yeah.
Listen to him talk about these
the problem with those, they're online games, so they sort of defeat the point.
Exactly. Because I thought, I like cricket games generally. And then it was kind of, there's something about, like, I don't like playing games online. I think gaming is a very personal thing.
Okay.
And then they just ruins it when you go and play against other people because they're like, oh, you're better than me.
Well, it's more. Yeah,
I'm meant to be.
What's funny is, and you've hit a very good point, is when you play story mode or a solo thing, you can be in the fantasy that you're a brilliant
exactly.
hero.
And then you go on and you're just like, oh,
I'm not a hero. I'm a loser.
And then I'm just back in the real world. I go here to escape reality and be the best gunslinger in the West, and then you go online and you're just
one
dead
of the shittest.
all the time. Never like playing online. On FIFA, I never played online.
No.
I was
But
like,
then
no,
you're playing
I want to be a
career
managerial
mode.
genius.
Yeah.
I don't want to lose to these 15-year-olds who are far better than me at this game.
But
So
just
then, but then I accidentally got on cricket, and I had no idea how to do it. I didn't. I'd stayed there for an over.
Yeah.
I was batting, but I just couldn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't work it, so I kept like just going, leaving it kind
Yeah.
of thing. But it really scared me because I wasn't prepared to be playing.
And there's a guy in Pakistan
Yeah.
on the other end of that.
On the other end of it,
quite
creaming
thrilling.
me, absolutely creaming me. To be fair to
I'll
him.
tell you, it is great though. So it's only really cricketing nations play it. So you're playing English,
Yeah.
Australian, Pakistan, India, sort of. What I do like about those games, same with Golf Battle, even though Golf Battle is more international. It's got a more international audience, all right?
Of course.
But it is quite fun. And because a lot of cricket battle is about trying to trick the opponent. Like, you can get a googly, you're trying to make them,
Googly.
You're putting spin, and they think you're going to do one
cricket,
thing,
really.
and then at the last minute you do another. It's cricket.
Cricket, yeah.
So I think bamboozling someone who's thousands of miles away is a real thrill.
That's fun. Yeah,
like, I always imagine whenever I just imagine like a 18-year-old in Pakistan being like,
Yeah.
fuck,
Yeah.
shit, he's got me. And I like that feeling that you can just from your phone, you can just
Massive
piss
thumbs
off someone in
up
Pakistan.
from the UK. Fuck you. Yeah, true. And I think with most people who game on most people who game online game, don't they? There's not many. If you're a serious gamer, you online game because there's only so much story mode you can do.
Yeah.
And these people will be going, it's the thrill. That's the thing about online gaming. It's the excitement. I think.
Well, the endorphin rush is the real challenge. You actually
Exactly. When
you're living a fantasy, whereas they're living a reality.
Because they actually are the best gunslinger in the West. Which, fair play to them. Then that was pretty much most of them. I then I finished it off with Doodle Jump, which is, which is a classic.
I still occasionally have to play Doodle Jump.
Have to. That's a weird word to use. Why would that be?
Because
Just talk us for a moment where you have to play Google Jump, where it occurs to you that you have to play it.
So it'll normally... And you have to remember, I'm on the train a lot.
Yeah,
So
sure. That's fair.
remember, I'm on for hours.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah. So, and all the time. So
Got a lot
it'll
of
normally
books
be...
up there, don't you? I have to play Doodle Jump.
Well, it's more like I prefer listening to podcasts at the moment, and then I have to do something with my hands, or else
there's
I
no
will...
judgment. Do whatever the fuck you
I
want.
will start screaming if I don't have something to do with my hands. When I've done too much Polytopia, or I've just done like an...
That was on there as well. I didn't click it.
You should look at Polytopia.
I was a bit worried to go. It actually
Polytopia
scared
is-
me to
yeah,
open the
yeah.
app. I thought my phone might start malfunctioning.
After I've done too much Polytopia, where basically, one game of Polytopia can be 45 minutes. So when that's over, you maybe don't want to start one of
I
those.
don't think I
again.
understand what Polytopia is, but
You're playing like a turn-based strategy game, right?
Eternal
Turn-based strategy game.
with the
So
computer.
it's like Civilization 5. So it's a
Sure.
long
I knew
period.
it was like Civilization 5, but
So after one of those, I might not want to have to play that again. So instead, I still need to do something. So I need something that's non-committal. And
Yeah.
then Subway Surfer, which I
yeah,
played.
Subway. Is that the one that you flick across?
That's
the
one that
train?
all the
Yeah,
satisfying videos. They're trying to sell you so much shit that it doesn't really work without Wi-Fi.
Right. Yeah.
So
It's,
sometimes I can't-
yeah.
So to be honest, if you have anything that's kind of good, because I basically never enjoyed Doodle Jump, but it will keep me going.
There is a stress to Doodle Jump,
Yeah.
isn't there? It's like
and
it's
also on the tube.
yeah on the tube. On the tube, it's not playable. You don't play it on the tube.
And
do
I
you?
normally I do 2 rounds, and I'm like this.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't quite work.
No.
It was like back in the day of Jellycar. Do you remember
Yes.
Jellycar and Doodle Jump?
Well, if you guys know anything that fills that Jump shaped hole, Subway Surf, if you have any of those, please
Yeah.
suggest them. It's something that's
Yeah.
non-committal, short term.
I haven't
for me.
downloaded a game on my phone in 3 years.
Really?
I reckon.
Well, you don't need to. You got.
I don't need to. I've got this plethora of fucking nonsense. Because it's the same. It's the same as fucking. It's the same as what I was saying with being hungover and not being able to get off TikTok when you get in that mind lock.
Yeah.
Your mind. It's you. How do you feel after them? So not Polytopia.
Remember.
How do you feel after the rat on the skateboard? Various things that you put them down when you're on the train, and you put them down, and I don't know how long do you spend on them?
Well, remember, I'm always listening to something, so I'm either listening to music, or listening to a podcast.
Yeah, if you've got your headphones on and listening to the sound effects, that's a whole different story.
So I've never listened to sound effects anyway.
Good. Yeah,
I'm not even close to listening to sound effects.
Yeah, because I'm not sure donut games.
To be honest, I don't. It is like it's fish and chips. It's they complement each other. I want them together. It's the combination.
Right.
So in many ways,
which makes the meal satisfying.
It makes the podcast better and the game better. But I kind of struggle to do either on their own.
Yeah,
right?
On their own is hard. On a train, I will listen to a podcast.
So I won't feel like shit after playing those games because the other option is I'm staring.
There are more options.
What's the other option while I'm listening to a podcast?
While you're listening to a podcast.
Yeah. So because I'm not
Doing
listening to brain rot podcasts, I think it's just like... Could you do a crossword when you listen to a pod?
Not amazingly.
That's,
Not amazingly, no. I don't think
where these thick arcade games, they just don't touch any they don't touch the same parts of your brain because it really is just...
Yeah.
It's like caveman sort of.
Yeah, it's proper pointless stimulation. Just so you can...
It's a fidget spinner.
It's occupying yourself so you can listen. What a mental... Fuck it. I don't like it.
And that's why it's so embarrassing when people spot me on the tube. My fucking snowboard.
Well, doodle jump, mate, with your phone up like that. That's the worst.
That's not good.
That's terrible. That's awful.
I've seen a lot more people watching TV.
I watch TV on transport. If I've ever got a journey, I will load up TV shows because my God, why the fuck wouldn't you? It's like there are times when I've loaded up a series of something, and I've been like, this is what I'd be doing if I was at home,
sitting down, watching
telly. What's fucking wrong with that?
With a little drink.
Yeah, with a little fucking drink. Traveling can be great, especially planes. Download it on your laptop.
No, but I'm saying on your phone.
Doable. You forget. It's obviously not ideal, but you forget that it's on your phone.
Tube, yeah.
No. How long's a tube journey max?
No, I'm seeing a lot of people on the tube, and also
they're fuckheads.
I'm seeing a lot of commuters. So
commuting's a different story.
When you're cramped in, I'll see a fella like watching TV,
and it's always like the most average
joke.
TV shows.
Remember the Michael McIntyre joke he did about everyone reading books on the tube?
Kind of.
And it's like, even if you're under someone's armpit, people get books out.
Yeah.
It's the same now, but it's now with watching TV.
Yeah.
Watching television.
Yeah. Television on the television.
You've got your head in someone's armpit and you're watching, Breaking Bad. Yeah.
They're always bad TV shows, though, I've noticed.
Yeah, sometimes they're like intense. And like, you probably want to watch this at home,
Yeah, but they don't care that much about the TV show. They care about being entertained and taken out of this commute. That's the only thing.
That's true. I do look at them and I do think that.
I don't. A commute I can understand because you can have a commute-like series that you're watching. And then that makes you moderately look forward to the journey.
But I guess because I'm on the train so much, I guess you kind of want to turn the train to being as close to sort of a teleportation pod as possible. Where you sort of sit on and then you kind of your eyes roll back and you sort of disappear.
A bit like Severance.
Yeah.
Just with a train.
To be honest, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
traveling Severance would be quite nice.
Yeah, but think about the innie. That's worse than working.
At
least they're occupied. They've got this man just plays rat on a skateboard. Forever. Just travelling. That's the worst form of severance actually possible. What are the worst forms of severance? For people that don't know, severance...
Having a shit?
Well, that's kind of satisfying, isn't it, though?
Forever?
Still
Think about it.
I know, hold on, pause.
Okay.
For people that Severance is the best TV, best TV show of a long time anyway, years and years. But the concept is that it's this company that you can sever yourself, meaning that when you go into work, there's a different, there's a chip goes off in your brain. That it's a hard one to explain for something. A chip goes off in your brain that means that you can't remember what happened at work. So you're the same body, but so if I was severed, I would go to step into work and then I would immediately step out of it and time would have passed and I wouldn't have remembered. But then that creates a dual kind of thing because there's an innie, as they call it, who only exists in work. His only life is work because that's when the chip is on and he never gets to go home. So that's the kind of flip side that you don't think about it. So we're suggesting that if we were severed on the train, it would be lovely for us. But then our innie is just travelling for their entirety of their life.
Well, so you have a severance for going to the loo or having a shit. And you seem to think that it wouldn't be that bad.
No, there's a satisfaction. Yeah. I would prefer to be pooing forever than I would be travelling forever. 100%. because there's 100% is strong, but it's because there is a satisfaction to going to the toilet.
No,
and
I actually think you're incredible. What? What? That was so. That was completely unnecessary to be. That was.
Do you know I've lost feeling in this finger?
Why?
The tip of this finger.
Why?
I don't. It's actually like it might go forever.
Well, you've been too many pinky promises.
Too many pinky promises. Yeah. I've been too honest with my pals recently. No, I was trying to you know when you try and break something like a string, and I just pulled something really hard and it didn't break, and then something else broke. Something else broke.
Yeah.
My heart. No, yeah. So I think it's pretty much numb. It's been numb for basically a week. So I think my feeling might have gone there. Anyway,
you've been listening to "Numb" by Linkin Park.
Yeah.
This is your pinky singing. I become so numb. I'm sorry. I do think you have said something that's actually fucking crazy.
Well, that I'd rather be pooing all my life than travelling.
Yeah, I think that's really mad. Actually, I think if you really think about it logically, that's fucking crazy. You're shitting forever. Shitting forever. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, but traveling forever, there's often no satisfaction to it. Traveling is like you only ever want to get there.
I feel the novelty might wear off shitting quite fast.
Of course, but the novelty's going to wear off anything.
Yeah, what about a week into shit?
Well, it's not a week because time doesn't really. It's like you go to sleep and then you wake up and then you shit. That's all you really do.
Yeah, so
at least there's some pleasure in it. With traveling,
I don't know.
With traveling, there's no pleasure. My outie isn't going to give a fuck about me, so they're not going to bring like a newspaper or a book or on a skateboard. I'm just going to have to sit there in a train forever. That sounds worse. Life would be shorter, shitting, because traveling long periods of time. They obviously need to travel a lot.
But you want a long period of time. You
don't. You want to fucking die. No. You want to dive away.
No, because as soon as that one period ends, the new one starts immediately. I don't want 4 minutes of being like, right, that's over.
Well, that's what you get about.
That's crazy.
But I don't want hours of
2 hours for me, as opposed to like 4 minutes.
You want to look at a train?
Also, you think it's satisfying? Think about how much you have to wipe your ass. Just like
with the percentage of your life.
It's
probably about 10% of your life.
No, but for like a 24-hour period for you, how it feels for you, you're wiping your ass in a 24-hour period. That's such a huge amount of time.
Yeah, about 10% of your life. Yeah,
you're endlessly.
But remember, time doesn't really work like that.
I think it does. I think that's how it implies it.
It doesn't feel like 24 hours.
No, it does, because at Severance you go to work and then it's like.
But for them, it basically is. Well, how long is it? It's like, I don't know, 12 hours.
Yeah, in Severance that's the same. They go and then it really kind of feels continuous.
Yeah,
so
it will
absolutely.
It will feel continuous. Yeah, absolutely.
And what was interesting is I do think. It is strange how whenever we've had so many conversations and the amount that they keep coming back to shit.
I know.
Right? But what I don't know if it made me feel better, but I was listening to a podcast on the Reformation about Luther.
Yeah.
Right? And when he was writing all of these explosive documents, calling out the Catholic Church, you know, he was obsessed with excrement. Right, so all of his, because he was like, it was kind of like social media before social media. Like all of his insults that he was throwing to everyone was that you're like the devil's shit. You know, you're gonna eat my shit. Like some crazy. He was really, and then also so Catholics. Were like the early Protestants. A lot of the other thinkers who came after him. There was a real obsession with filth and shit and the devil. And I don't know what does that mean.
Are we just continuing Luther's work?
I don't know. I wonder if we're coming in a Protestant tradition.
I think we probably are.
I think this is maybe in a long line.
Accidentally. Very accidentally. And I think our podcast is comparable to the Reformation. The nailing of the tenets on the wall. I think it is. It's not just because it's an easy punchline, is it? No. It's because it's part of a Protestant tradition.
Yeah, I think so. And with that bombshell, we're going to go.
We've got a lot to discuss on the Patreon, so you should subscribe to it. We're going to do, there's a Rust update.
Yeah.
And this is actually a good one. There's Hugh Edwards, which we need to do. And I saw Back to Black. We're going to do that review. So look at that. That's a lot of stuff.
Peace and farts.
Bye.